Yes, hello. I'd like to make some inquiries about flights going to Kampala, Uganda, please. Yes. Sometime in the next week, I think next Tuesday. Could you tell me what's available? Yeah.
HALTNC OLHAEC something T, probably NO.
That's good.
Are you going back to Idi Amin's country, is that right? Or Idi Amin
Not
isn't
anymore.
there?
Not anymore, yes.
Yeah.
It belongs to the Uganda people now, see?
Oh, who's that, about 2 years back, or?
No, it's Museveni.
Musa.
President Museveni, yeah.
Yeah. And how long's he been there?
I think it's over 5 years, I think. It's about,
So you feel
it
safe?
seems to be quite stable at the moment.
See how they are. Yeah, they are a bit loose, aren't they?
Yes.
Perfect. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's coming in quite nicely. It's quite good. Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Scholar.
Oh, hello. I hear you're going to Uganda.
Yes, well, maybe going just for about a week, just to see her.
When do you go?
Most probably about next week, by next.
I see, that'd be lovely. And what's the weather like there this time
Weather
of
is
year?
more or less constant throughout the year, so.
It's hot.
Nice weather.
No, not very hot. It's
No,
very nice
no,
weather
just-
there.
just
just
okay.
temperate, that's right.
When were you last there?
20 years ago.
Oh,
you see.
20 years ago. Oh, I
It's
see.
quite a long time, that's right.
And you're looking forward to it?
In 1972 begon Idi Amin aan zijn etnische zuivering die 30.000 Aziaten uit Oeganda verdreef. De tijdelijke nomaden kunnen nu terugkeren.
It's really modern. It's very modern.
Yes, we are coming to Kampala, right?
Yeah.
The clock tower.
I can't remember anything.
Big there. إنا نحن نميت ونكتب ما قدم وآثاره وكل شيء نحصيناه في إمام مبين وذمنا مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاء المرسلون إذا أرسلنا إلى المرسلين فكذبوا ما فأخذنا بسارة وقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قل يحيي الذي أنشأه أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم إن الذي جعل لكم من الشجر أخضر نارا فإذا أنتم توقدون. My mother died a long time, in 1939. I was very young at the time, just 4 years old. I feel elated, I feel happy that I'm back here, that I'll be able to pay my respects. I feel happy about it.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
How are you?
Okay, how are you?
Yes. Hi.
Yes,
Nice
okay.
to see you again.
Yeah, very good. Yes, welcome back. Yeah, how is London?
It's all right. It's not
It's
too bad.
very
yes?
good. Yeah, since you left, it's a bit longer, a short time.
It's a very long time. Yes, about
Yes.
21 years nearly.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know Mr. Bama? You still recognize him?
Yeah, I know very well because he was on Kampala Road selling watches and glasses. And by then he was very young, but he recognized.
This is the place where you had your shops, you and your father.
Yeah, I think you can see my shop now. It's right opposite there.
Which one is it?
As the Crested Crane Opticals. The shop which I was practicing in for about 11 years.
Is it still the old name?
No, it's not the same name. We have our own family name. They have actually changed the name now.
It was a very pleasant life. I mean, we had 2 cars, we had a lovely bungalow. We used to have the shops and things, which used to be very big, to see a lot in the shops. And, as a child, we were so small, we didn't have any concept of whether we were rich or not. But I think we were probably quite rich as a child. I thought so anyway. Yeah.
And Mr. Bama, what happened with everything? You had to leave almost overnight.
Practically overnight, yes. Because we left everything there as it was standing. Nothing we brought with us, you see. Even the cars, in fact, we had to leave on the road. Both the cars, in fact.
Brand new.
Brand new cars you left?
I remember we got the new Peugeot 504. And it was only a couple of months old, I remember, because it came new at the house. And my father tells me we had to leave it on the side of the road. And just come, leave it, leave everything,
This decision purely not against Britain, not against India, Bangladesh or Pakistan or any Asian, but I took this decision only for the economy of Uganda. I am not going to change my mind. I think I've told them, and also I have directed the troops that they must not harm any Asians. They must protect the Asians until they go to Britain or Bangladesh, Pakistan or India.
When the government has decided to give all the properties back to Asians, which belong to them, they are only doing a small thing,
Because there are people in the houses.
That's
probably.
right.
Yes, yes.
People's in the houses,
And people in the shops.
in the flats, in the
Uh-huh.
apartments on top of the shops, and in the shops themselves, and even in some of the warehouses that we have there in those shops.
Adam, which house is yours here?
There's
both
both of them, actually. Yes.
And this is the one causing trouble.
I think it's this one.
The left one. The left.
How are you, madam? Can I see you for a minute, please? It's difficult for me to come up, so if you don't mind, can you come down?
I am Raju. I'm the agent for Mr. Barma. They own this property, and I just wanted to talk to you about it. Okay? Did you know that it has been repossessed by the old owners? You didn't know? Ah, okay. Has they not served a notice on you yet?
Not yet.
Okay, okay. I want you to start paying me because...
For us, it is a matter of changing the responsibility from you to the other person.
I know, but my problem is that why do I have to go through all this? Why don't you just pay me instead?
You mean me as a tenant? There's no problem with paying you. But how about if I happen to see 3, 4 people asking for rent? What shall I do?
Okay.
I might fall a victim of one.
But you might be paying the wrong man right now.
You never know.
Okay, but supposing you're paying the wrong man right now, and then I might come and throw you out, then you won't be very happy with me, will you?
Well, we are not going to be happy.
That's what I'm saying.
It's better you talk to the person
okay, in that case, what I request
who
you to
was
do...
left with the responsibility.
Okay, so what I request you to do is you stop paying him, because if you carry on paying him and you find me coming here and you don't pay me, then we have a problem, okay?
Unless there is something like evidence to prove that there
What
is
evidence would you like, madam?
Documents.
What kind of documents would you like? You'd like me to show you my repossession certificate? You'd like me to show you my passport? What would you like?
Repossession certificate is not enough because we have seen many people with the such documents
so when
the buildings are not theirs.
We wanted to make known that we are the owners.
I wanted to introduce
So
ourselves.
we introduce ourselves to you, and this wonderful chap here is our agent.
He's a
and
gentleman acting on our behalf.
He's acting on our
So
behalf.
obviously what he does is we have given all
But
the
you must
authority.
be careful because, as he advised, you are giving the rent to the wrong person. But you must keep that in mind because if things are not sorted out and this gentleman comes to you and says, we haven't got any rent from you, you have to move out, and here's the notice for you to move out.
No.
I don't think I'd like to do that.
Okay, so now this gentleman, I don't think he will come. I request you to come to my office, yes, when he gives you the address, and unless you settle your rent with me, I will be coming down here and I will be doing what unfortunately I don't want to do, okay? So please, one day when you find yourself in difficulties, you don't blame me, I've come to request you, okay?
Okay, give me
All right.
the address.
Okay, he will give it to you.
Try to...
Thank you very much. And also try to tell the other tenants if you don't mind, please, because I can't stand any more, so otherwise I would have told them myself.
Please give me your
He will give it to you. No, just write it down on a piece of paper. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Might come to
Yeah, no problem.
What are you doing now?
I'm just locking this shop up. He's not paid his rent, and I don't think he's able to. And he's been trying to tell me that he can raise it, but he's been sub-renting it, and I think all the tenants have left already. So I think the sub-tenants have paid him, and he's used the money and not paid me.
So tell me, why are you doing this work?
I think because to some degree it is vindicating our rights. Asians have every right to have their properties back. I'm glad that the president has invited us back, and I'm glad that this country is beginning to learn and accept that Asians were not such a bad thing to this country, and indeed they were an asset to this country. So it has vindicated our position, and I'll take every step to prove it to the people that that's what we were.
But you have to be pretty tough to...
Yeah, I'm afraid so, but then it's something that these people understand as well, because they accept that unless we are tough, in some cases it's going to be impossible to get our places back. The whole exercise of repossession is going to be useless unless we are tough.
Are you not afraid that it will fuel the hate against the Asians again?
No, it doesn't, because the custodian board properties are only 3,000 properties that are affected. The population is 16 million. And for every Asian that has landed here, we've created employment of at least 10 people each. So I think the local people are very happy with us.
Hey, Quada!
Wapi karai mera leta wapi karai. Haya yangu ya mangu wetu karai upesi sana na kwenda tupa huko nje. Tupa kwa pale ya mchanga. Chapa.
It's definitely booming. A lot of activity. Things are sort of hotting up here. I was telling you the other day there was a beautiful wedding in the hotel. Such a lot of people coming in, 1,000 guests almost. Beautiful cars, people dressed very well. And I was thinking, there's a lot of money there. Why are you looking at me like that for? I think there's a lot of money there. No, I'm serious. I think they can spare a little to me. Maybe a little. Not very much. I don't want very much. I only want a little.
There is yeah, single letter, it's not a word.
Okay, there is A, L, P, and O, R, D, and A.
Thank you. Again, from the beginning.
A L P O F.
How are you?
All right, what's about? How are you? Yeah, good.
Mr. Dollar?
Yes?
How are you?
Fine, fine.
I wish I had left my beard on because we would look alike. It's different from what you left. That is your concentration room. All the equipment muted. Took everything.
Except they left the
They left the film, no?
did you have a phoropter?
Yes, it went.
It's a beautiful one.
Yeah, it went. Personally, as an individual, I knew one day the owners will come back. One day. Because these are properties which you invest in and you expect a 90 years duration of ownership. But there's no government which lasts 90 years. So one day I knew they will come.
And are you, in a way, happy that they come back?
Well, yes, to some extent. As an individual, and I think many shopkeepers, owners, may not be too happy. I mean, we have had it now, we are losing it. But then the owner will be happy. Two, they've raised rent, which probably to them is not much. But to us, compared to the society, the rents are rather high.
Tell me how high. From what to what they
Well, I started with $100 a month through the government. Then they raised it to $300 a month. Now the agent has raised it to $1,000 a month.
$1,000?
$1,000 a month.
And can you afford that?
I can barely afford now. I'm using my capital, not my profit, but my capital. So one of these days it will be melted away and I'll have to go.
You think you have to go? You have to close the shop one of these days?
If I can't afford the rent, I'll have to go. There will be no way.
How are you? Can somebody help me here, please? Is there somebody who can help me here? Yeah. What happens is, first of all, you go to the inquiries rooms to find out how to go about the procedure. And the procedure is the same. Once you got the LRV and the folio number, you go into the registrar's room in number 4, commissioner's room. What he does there is that he says to you, okay, now you leave this one with me, come back in a couple of hours, I will have it stamped for you that you made the application. You come back a couple of hours later, they've gone off to tea, and you have a problem, they don't come back. Then basically, you have to do what you have to do and you get it done. Once you've got that, they'll say, okay, come back a couple of days later, we'll find the file for you. A couple of days later, you come back, you say they can't find the file for you. When they can't find the file, you have to grease the palm again, and maybe they'll find the file if you're lucky. And once you've got your photocopy, then you still got to get it certified. Now, usually the registrar, the commissioner was supposed to be signing it. Has he gone to burials, or he's gone off to the village, or he's not come back, he's on leave for 3 days, there is nobody else here to sign. What? You got through all the rigmarole there. You need your immigration reference number. Again, you don't have it, so you got to go through the files. You got to pay somebody to bother to go through the files. Once you've been through the files, he'll give you an immigration reference number. When you got a reference, you make an application. Then the commissioner isn't in, the registrar isn't in, so-and-so isn't in, we'll come back tomorrow, come back day after. What do you want me to say? Do you want me to say you're a citizen, or you want me to say you're a non-citizen? You say, I want you to say what it says I am. He says, you tell me what you want me to do. So even if you're not a citizen, he can make you a citizen. If you're a citizen, he can make you a non-citizen, depending upon how much you're prepared to spend. By the time a person has finished his exercise, he spent $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in staying in hotel bills here. And it's complete waste. That's why what you end up doing is, a lot of people say to us we are wrong in bribing. But there's nothing wrong with bribing, because you're spending $100 a night in Sheraton. You're better off giving these people 10,000 shillings to get your certificate. You know, because only 1/10 of the cost of staying in a hotel, plus you save your time. Forget about the money as well. That's why we tend to bribe.
I have the impression you saw a different Uganda from your father.
Yeah, definitely. I think for him, in a way, it's been a little disappointing. I think he had a set idea about things being a little like he expected it to be about 20 years ago, 1972, when we left. I don't think that'll ever exist here. I mean, we've seen the properties today and like the practices and you've seen the state that the practice has been in. What can you do with that? You can't do anything with it. You know, you can either say, let it lie, let it be, just let it continue as it is, or make a whole start of it. I think it's a bit too difficult to make a complete start of everything again. Yeah, he spent a good quality amount of years of, you know, good many years of his life in England now. He doesn't have that time anymore.
De Zonnebloem in Bennekom draagt de wijdse titel van bungalowpark. Maar dat lijkt een wat overdreven benaming voor de reeks kleine houten huisjes die op het terrein zijn opgetrokken. 19 ervan zijn nu eenvoudig ingericht voor de eerste groep van in totaal 300 Aziatische vluchtelingen uit Oeganda die in ons land zullen worden opgenomen. Ze waren tijdelijk ondergebracht in Oostenrijk, van waar ze per vliegtuig naar Schiphol reisden. Hier stond een bus gereed voor verder vervoer naar Bennekom. De eerste groep van 37 personen bestond voor het merendeel uit jonge gezinnen met veel kleine kinderen. De Nederlandse regering, die de kosten van de huisvesting en van levensonderhoud voor haar rekening neemt, heeft toegezegd de mannen te zullen helpen zo snel mogelijk werk te vinden. De vluchtelingen zelf, die vrijwel geen bezittingen uit Oeganda mochten meenemen, hopen zich gauw aan de Nederlandse omstandigheden te kunnen aanpassen. Om te beginnen willen ze proberen onze taal te leren. Een moeilijke opgave voor de ouderen, die zoals altijd door de kinderen wel spelenderwijs zal worden opgelost.